hopefully people watch it afterwards.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest instalment of Blues Over Booze. Tonight we will be reviewing our somewhat lacklustre draw against I can't remember who it was now, Shrewsbury yesterday. So
Only a day ago.
yeah. So over to you two.
Cool.
Well, I thought in the first half we played all right, but in the second half we just didn't really turn up. As Shane said, probably Brown's half-time talk sucked everything out of the players, and it's just like they put their shirts on, turned up because they thought they were going to beat the team at the bottom, which is what always happens with Southend. They didn't go out in their usual attacking format that we've seen for the last few games, which was a big disappointment, but at least we got a point out of it. But we really should have taken the 3 because Shrewsbury were shocking, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it just shows that that we're still very much a work in progress. Because we've all been raving about how we've been playing recently. Now we've got everyone fit, albeit obviously we didn't. We were without Ranger yesterday anyway. But yeah, it just proved that we're maybe not quite. We're probably still some way off being the level that we all want it to be.
We missed Ranger yesterday, but we can't rely on one player.
No, of course not. But at the same time, it was just typical that they had to appoint a new manager during the week, which was always going to mess us up, wasn't it? Because I think they'd lost their previous 4.
But it was funny because I was talking to the guy sitting next to me, and I said, "They're bottom of the league. They've got a new manager, and then they turned us around."
Players kicked the wrong way first.
Because we were kicking the wrong way, which must have been telling them to do that.
That I don't like.
Sophie, in answer to your question, I didn't believe it was a penalty. If I'm honest with you, I thought he went looking for it. That's my opinion.
I would agree with that.
It's hard to say from where I sit. It looked like it probably was, but I mean, because I'm basically on the halfway line, so it is hard to tell. So Bob, this is 1860 Munich. So Scott has said.
I didn't think it was work in progress. I thought it was a very lacklustre, tired, lazy, non-committal performance. Really, I just thought first half was okay. We should have been in front. Their goal was just an absolute worldie, as they say. We had a perfect view of that.
Yeah.
By Christ, did he strike it?
Yeah, you can't legislate against something like that, can you?
Absolutely not. But then to do it again less than a minute later and hit the inside the post, then.
That it could have been a lot worse. Cheers, Bob. I totally disagree with what Scott is there saying. We can't any effect of the new manager syndrome. No, if they didn't have a new manager, we would have won. That is almost certainly a fact. Obviously, it's a fact that could never be proved ever. But in my opinion, it's a fact. They lost their previous 4. They were all over the place. New manager. I don't believe they would have got a point.
I didn't think they were very good yesterday either. I thought defensively they were shocking.
Yeah.
And I thought if we had a bit more urgency about us. Ranger missing, yes, probably made a difference, but we just did that a little bit more urgency. We would have got out of it with a result. We've got a result, a proper result instead of a point. I just thought a point was against them. There's 2 points dropped, I'm afraid.
It is.
Second half, you come out of second half and you expect us to suddenly be, and it's just like Brown has literally sucked any energy out of them with his half-time team talk, isn't it? Although to be fair to him, he did try and go. Two wingers late on, which surprised me.
Well,
It really fell out. The balcony.
I was shocked by that as well.
It did surprise me somewhat, but obviously, because we needed a goal. I mean, albeit
it's a good goal. It was a great ball from Cox and a good finish.
It was. And it's just disappointing we couldn't push on, but then if you look back to the Peterborough game, that was basically the same. That was when we didn't have all these players available, and we were still pretty rubbish and playing a rubbish formation. But again, we weren't able to see it out, and it did feel by the end. I thought it was quite similar yesterday. And,
it's perfect pass, maybe good finish through the keeper's legs, hit and hope. Yeah, fine, fair enough.
Phil Brown wants himself out, apparently. So
yeah, I would agree with that. I'd like to see the back of him, get a new manager in.
Well, I think anybody who watches this knows my opinion on Brown. I think he's an idiot, and the sooner he goes, the better. I just think he's a very lucky manager.
Yeah, but I would rather have a lucky manager than a so-called good but unlucky manager. Look, you think Mourinho's a good manager, for God's sake?
Go back to before.
Even Watford are above Man U in the league.
We're not talking about them now. We're talking about Southend. Blues over booze. Southend. Keep on the subject. McClashan. What's he doing? Because he don't look nothing like the McClashan that's played against us over the last 5 years.
It's typical, isn't it? I mean, we've seen it before when you get a winger come striker who goes to Gillingham, is player of the year first season, then has a rubbish second season and comes to us. We've seen it all before with Weston, and now we're seeing it again with McClashan. And unfortunately, I think in the same way that Weston did, I think McClashan seems to be getting worse and worse with every game as well. And he doesn't. I think other than we were all impressed with him when he came on the last home game and made a real difference when everyone else was tired. But since then, I think he's done absolutely nothing, in my opinion.
I would agree with that.
Do you not think yesterday the better option for Brown, instead of bringing Williams on, who I'm so disappointed he's untrue, but would you have not been better bringing Innes on? Bit of height.
I did think that actually. At the same time, if he had, everyone would have been going, "What is Brown doing? He's an idiot. Doesn't have a clue. Bringing on a bloody centre back up front." But I did kind of think that. He would have won headers,
which is what we missed with not having Ranger.
What do you think of Fortuné?
He did look good at times, I think, and
do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are odd times when he just showed little flashes of quality.
Doesn't look like scoring goals, though, does he?
You can't imagine he's going to score a lot.
For, isn't it?
Well, in my opinion, he's been brought in to cover Ranger or anyone
Ranger's
else.
out for what, 2 weeks, isn't he? 3 games, 2 weeks.
Ferdinand's captain without Barrett.
Yep, Ferdinand is captain, even though Ryan Leonard is supposed to be the official vice captain. But yeah, Ferdinand has been captaining.
Yeah, but
and I think that is the right decision.
I agree with you, Darren, because Ferdinand has so much more experience, and from where we sit in the front row of the South Upper, you can hear him talking to the players, and he does talk to them and tell them what to do.
Yeah,
and Oxley actually is quite vocal now as well, which he wasn't to start with.
Yeah, as opposed to, previously it was just everyone being vocal against him. Like, why the hell do you keep just dropping the ball all the time and rubbish like that? Yeah, I mean, he is obviously improved a lot as well. No, I don't think it sounds like we're reviewing a defeat, Scott. I think we're just being realistic. The fact is that we were all buzzing a week ago because we were flying up the league. We just won 3-0 away at, albeit not a real team, but we were flying and doing really well. And now we've just had a reality check because we've been home to the team bottom of the league, and
not one.
Yeah, it just wasn't really good enough.
And I also think, where we said earlier, their defence was shocking. We should have won 3-4-0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We haven't got the quality up front to score the goals.
Exactly. Luke wants to know if we thought it was a penalty. We have discussed this already, Luke, and none of us are certain enough to be able to say from where we were sitting. So no. And as far as the FA Cup game goes, it's hard to say because, as we discussed last week, I think we need to make changes. Not as many as I would like to see for Stevenage, because Millwall is still a proper game. But I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, Millwall have been on a very dodgy run as well.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about.
I think we could win. If we don't win, I think it will go to a replay. I can't see us losing, but I may eat my words.
No, I think we look solid. I think we look very solid. But as somebody said to me last night, we were in conversation, why don't you take Ferdinand out of the game and give him...
Yeah, give him a rest, yeah.
No, don't give him a rest. Give him a pre-season, a mini pre-season between now and when we go to Bury Saturday week.
Yeah, well, now's the time to do it.
And get him up to speed. Take him out. Personally, I wouldn't. I'd have him playing in the Cup on Friday, but it's another opinion that somebody just gave me.
Do you think that he needs that then? Because I think Ferdinand is a class act.
I don't know.
He could be, but he's going to get fitter from playing.
managers always seem to put a lot of store by the fact that pre-season he hasn't had one. Blah blah blah. They always seem to put a lot of store by. He hasn't had one. Whether he does it, if he doesn't do it, we never know. If he does it and comes back quicker, half a yard quicker or a yard quicker, then yes, it's worked. But we don't. You can't. We don't know.
But
Yeah, he hasn't-
the players had pre-season,
He didn't.
and
he
the players
wasn't
did.
playing.
We weren't winning games, were we?
Yeah,
so
well, but-
pre-season didn't do us.
No.
Yeah,
Huge amount of good.
during the he didn't have a pre-season, but then he didn't play for like the first couple of months or whatever of the season. So, but it's hard to imagine that would make any difference. I mean, he's obviously fit enough. He's been he's been played all of the last few games, and so I don't see like suddenly forcing him to like start doing loads of runs and stuff like they do in pre-season is going to help. Probably just knacker him out.
He might end up
He's clearly
injuring
fit.
himself.
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously fit enough now. But at the same time, it wouldn't hurt to give him a bit of a rest. Obviously you don't want to make too many changes for Millwall. But
Well, you get back to this argument we had last week, didn't you? Do you want a good cup run, or do you want to be out of the cup and concentrate on the league?
I would. As I said before, I don't agree in this concentrate on the league nonsense, and I think in a lot of cases, having a good win in the cup does help. It gives you momentum, the Stevenage game is totally different because we have
It's a
won the group
nothing
already,
game, isn't it?
and therefore it is totally irrelevant, albeit. For
Well, it's
morale,
not, is
it would still be
If
better.
we win the game, we get a home tie next round, don't we?
Do we?
Yeah. If you win the game, we'll get a home tie in the next round.
But haven't we? But we've won the group anyway. Yeah?
Yeah, no, but if we win the game, if we win that game, we actually get a home tie.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I was told the other night.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
so you've got to try and win it to get the home
if
draw.
that's the case, I mean, we should. Obviously, we would still want to try and win
So
it,
how
but
does
try
that-
and win it with a totally different team, in my opinion.
How does that work then? Because if we beat Stevenage, we get a home draw. But if whoever we're drawn against has also been in that same situation,
They get a home draw as well.
We can't both play at home, can we?
It won't be, will it? It won't be. I don't know how it works.
Well, no, because presumably,
I was interested.
presumably we won't be. We will be playing against someone who hasn't won the group. Therefore,
Right. Okay.
it will be
I
different.
was also told an interesting story yesterday by a friend of ours who said that a friend of his grandson went to one of Adam Barrett's school
Yeah,
coaching schools
and
innocently asked him how he got on at Bradford, not realising he hadn't played. Barrett turned round to him and said, but I didn't even go, didn't even travel. And apparently Brown hasn't spoke to him for the last 3 weeks.
nah, but then I mean that's kind of
The same thing
not,
comes out with-
that's not really a surprise. But then people will probably criticise Brown for that. But at the same time, you hear the same story with all managers around the country when someone is out of favour, and I wouldn't necessarily expect Brown to go. Calling all of the players.
But
Well, I thought he
every
might
week
turn up
and
on the
stuff.
training ground.
But it's the
once
same,
in a
it's the
while.
same thing Worrell said, isn't it? Worrell said he didn't speak to him for weeks on end.
Mm.
If he isn't, that's not good management, is it?
Well,
Shit
the fact
management.
that he's captain, I guess it's not particularly good.
No.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, I'd like to see him back in the team for at the very least the Stevenage game anyway.
I don't think you will.
Yeah, I mean,
Innes will play, won't he?
yeah, I would have thought so, but then
So who
why
we're not
not?
playing
Why
then?
not Innes and Barrett? Neither of them have been involved recently.
Yeah. Or Sokolik.
Completely forgot about Sokolik.
Kiprianu?
He hasn't even been in the squad for 8. Kiprianu is not a centre back, is he? But
No, but he's another player that can play, isn't he? Jack Bridge, you have a game?
Definitely. I don't know if Mooney's going to be fit anyway.
Do we care?
Well, yeah, because it would be nice to give Cox a rest.
I think Cox
as well,
needs all the
that's
games
all.
he can get, personally.
I don't know.
Still looks overweight.
But then I sort of
probably
think
would,
you shouldn't mess around with the team. You should keep it as it is, because we've had 4 games where we've had one enforced change because Ranger is injured. But I think you should carry on the momentum and keep the team going together.
Yeah, but
get
then-
more
then
consistent and
how
playing
would-
together.
But then, how would you feel if like Wordsworth, who last season appeared to be made of glass, got injured in one of these.
Yeah, we had this discussion last week, didn't we? The same thing. You're going to have the same program. Yeah. I wouldn't want him injured. Although I didn't think he was that great yesterday, to be perfectly honest with you. I do think he's a lazy so-and-so.
Yeah, I know you think he's lazy, but at the end of the day, would you rather have a player who's lazy but is a real quality player and scores lots of goals, etc., or would you rather have someone like Atkinson who runs twice as far as any other player in football history in every 90 minutes, apparently?
Usually sideways or backwards.
Yeah, exactly, but doesn't actually do anything other than just run about a lot. I mean, we had Atkinson playing in Wordsworth's position previously, and early in the season when Wordsworth was injured, he didn't score and he didn't really do very much at all.
You say that. Do you think Atkinson was any worse than Leonard yesterday?
I thought, well, he's playing in a different position. Out wide.
I thought, again, I didn't think Leonard had a very good game
No,
yesterday. Again, he doesn't look up, he just hoofs the ball. It's just, and I don't know what he's got to do to be dropped. I'm sure he's in there, it's just for his long throw most of the time. I'm positive it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a strange one because he's still, in my opinion, he's still quite far from being the player that we saw 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's, obviously then he was playing more attacking. I agree, Scott, that Atkinson is an unsung hero, and the way we're playing at the moment in the formation, I'm quite happy to have him in that position. I don't think having McGlashan there would be right. But the point is, I'm comparing Atkinson with someone like Wordsworth. All I'm saying is, Wordsworth. Everyone complains. Well, you complain mostly. About Wordsworth being lazy. I'm just simply saying I would rather have a lazy player who contributes so much than have someone who runs about all over the place but doesn't actually do a lot.
I think having both in the team is a good thing, actually. Timlin coming back, I don't think he'd get straight in the team at the moment.
Yeah, that's a tough one about Timlin because. I mean, we all love him, and I mean, after what he did in the playoffs against Stevenage, probably Timlin, to be fair. I mean, that's the thing. The way if everyone is fit and the way we're playing at the moment, the only one that we could as Duffers just asked about Timlin as well, maybe in a holding.
Adam, you asked a lot there. You put the word attacking in there, mate. You know what Mr. Brown's like? He doesn't like too many attacking players on a pitch at any one time. Clean sheet mentality.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Well, so I mean, if Timlin did play in a holding position with Leonard and Wordsworth going forward, then. I don't know, because then that's like an extra central midfielder. So then we'd have to change the formation slightly, which obviously we're all against, because Brown likes to do that anyway.
4-3-3.
Or
4-1.
You'd have to drop Atkinson then, wouldn't you?
Or
if you played Timlin.
We could play the diamonds with Wordsworth at the point, and then Leonard and McLaughlin either side with Timlin behind. But I don't know.
I don't think a holding role would suit Timlin. I don't think it suits his style of football.
No, because he
likes to bomb on, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he is a bit of a box-to-box type player, as Leonard was when he was able to. But I think realistically, if everyone's fit and the way and the formation we're playing at the moment, I think realistically the only one that Timlin could replace is Leonard. And for whatever reason, and none of us know what it is, Phil Brown just will not drop Leonard. He won't even substitute him ever. And he's the only player in the last in 4 seasons odds that Brown has been manager that he just will not drop him or even take him off, and I don't know what he's got on him, but it's strange. I mean, alongside obviously Timlin has played alongside Leonard as well, and they're great together. But we need Wordsworth. Now he's fit. If Wordsworth wasn't fit, I would say absolutely bring Timlin back in. for Atkinson.
Once again, Darren has his head firmly up Wordsworth's arse.
I sort of agree with Darren though, because Wordsworth does score goals.
And once again,
He didn't score many yesterday,
Shane is
He
being.
didn't yesterday,
and
no.
once again, Shane is complaining about every player that we've ever had who actually has talent and ability and actually contributes something. Shane just complains that they don't do enough. He would rather have 11 Atkinsons.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Isn't
I don't
it?
complain about Ferdinand. He's got ability.
Yes, that's true. Well, I'm glad to hear that because we're all united in the fact that we all think that.
And the other thing, just sitting there thinking about yesterday, Coker.
I was just about to say that he's not the player.
How many
he used to
step
be.
overs do you have to do? Why can you not just put a ball straight in the box?
I
That's
actually
why
think
heading time after time after time.
I actually think Coker's been a lot better recently.
Give me them glasses a minute. Will you?
Albeit, I noticed that
Wordsworth's arse for the last 2
albeit, I
games.
noticed that most people included him in their Player of the Year nominations for this month.
Player of the Year nominations?
Sorry, Player of the Month. A lot of which I
Coker?
didn't agree with.
I didn't.
But
I didn't either.
I do think he's been a lot better. I guess the thing is with Coker, yes, he's Scott agrees. With Coker, it's easy to look at him more from an
Is he
attacking
agreeing with you or is he
perspective.
agreeing with me?
He's obviously agreeing with me. Yes, Scott has been replaced by Cushions, sadly. To be fair,
But they are both Brown fans.
yeah, and in the interval they had
And they are
had
blue.
lots of
They
very
are blue.
interesting insights, So anyway, what were we talking about? I've
Coker.
completely-
We were talking about Coker.
Oh yeah,
Well, we
with
weren't talking,
Coker,
you weren't again.
shut up. No, with Coker, it's easy to look at him from an attacking perspective. You see how much he gives us going forward. I mean, the way he's set up. Looking for a while. Right,
We're back.
Right,
We're
we're
back.
back. So.
Sorry, people.
Our goal at Bradford, for example, the way Coker set up, I thought that was fantastic. But at the same time, he is obviously a defender, and so maybe I've been looking at him more from an attacking perspective than from a defensive perspective, whereas you're probably looking at him more from
No,
a
just you just look at him. I've sort of told you before, when he defends, he tucks in behind the centre half and lets them deal with somebody coming at him. He's crafty at that. He does that. But let me step over. Just put the ball in the bloody box. Put it in the box.
Yeah.
Don't go step over, step over, step over. Oh dear, I've lost it again. Here we go.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with Coker is that he really needs to sort out his Barney because it looks absolutely
He
ridiculous.
thinks he's Daily Blind.
I have the-
yeah, well,
I have the same
thankfully he's not that bad.
reaction
But
to Coker's little ridiculous top knot as I used to have to Blair Sturrock and his
Oh, yeah, and his
little ponytail thing that he had.
thingy, yeah. Well, anyway,
Give me a pair of scissors and a lot of alcohol, and I could do some damage.
So we're 4 points off the playoffs and 4 points off the relegation.
yeah. I mean, I'm still
That's what you
very
call
much,
mid-table.
I'm still very much looking up.
Wordsworth's backside.
But yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, I think Saturday was perhaps a little bit of a reality check. We're still some way from being where we are, albeit when everyone is fit, I still think we are more than capable of competing in this division. But
I think
the
we've
squad,
proved that beyond a doubt.
Yeah.
We're more than capable.
but
I just don't think
the
we've got
squad,
right man in charge.
but the squad overall isn't that strong, really.
Not looking at the bench yesterday. When you look at the bench yesterday, you think
Yeah,
what's on there.
the fact that, as you said, we brought on Williams. There's no way in a million years we would have brought on Williams if we had an alternative striker. I mean, in the last couple of weeks, we've had Ranger on, we've brought on Fortuné, and it's been great. Whatever everyone thinks of Mooney, I'll still rather have him on the bench than Williams as well.
I have to agree
Yeah,
there,
I would
but
agree with that.
which is a horrible thing to say because Williams is homegrown and
Yeah, we all want Williams to do well, but unfortunately,
he has a fair old
Yeah.
arse on him at the moment, doesn't he?
well, I
That is
haven't really been
one
looking at his
massive
arse too
arse.
much, to be honest, but
Yeah, have a look. Well, you won't get to see him anymore because he'll be relegated back to.
well, yeah,
Johnson or someone,
exactly. Well, yeah, as soon as anyone else gets fit, then yeah.
So team for Friday night, same as.
Well, no,
Obviously
as I say,
Rangers not gonna-
I would definitely make changes. It is a tough one though. I wouldn't risk Ranger. I don't think.
It's not going to be fit anyway. It's not going to be fit.
No, so
So that pisses me off, right? You were at Milton Keynes Dons. Some of you out there might have been at Milton Keynes Dons. He comes over at the end with a bloody great ice pack on his ankle, and Brown turns around and says he's not injured. And what happens? Lo and behold, he's out for 2 weeks. The bloke's an idiot.
Yes.
Why doesn't he
Brown
just tell us
that
the
range.
truth?
Yes, but
Tell us the truth.
it's the same with every manager
Yeah,
we've
but-
ever
but
had. They
that's what
some come out
he
with
learns
the same
from the
rubbish.
chairman. The chairman doesn't tell us the truth. He lies through his teeth to everyone.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Allegedly.
Well,
Allegedly.
anyway,
We're gonna
going
have that,
back.
allegedly.
Anyway, going back to the to your original question.
Yes, sorry.
I
It was
think.
just nice to get a word in down. I was just enjoying myself in the moment.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Don't enjoy it too much. Anyway, you two won't be here next week, so I'll be able to rub it on as much as I like. I think. Stick with the same front two as we had on
Do you
Saturday.
think Cox doesn't seem to work as well with Fortuny, does he? Do you reckon it's because they haven't
No.
played together often enough?
Possibly. I think it's just there's just something about Ranger that he does bring out the best in Cox.
Physicality.
Well, there's something
Um,
about Cox that he can't be asked.
yeah,
Unless he's got
I
Rangers
think-
on
Here's
his
another one for you. Somebody said to me, right?
Mm.
Another one. In January, I know we're not there yet, but should we go for this boy Kindy at Barnet?
I've not actually heard anything about that.
Scores a lot of goals up there. Big, big
well.
unit, quick, and he scores goals.
Well, fortunately, he's only with us until January anyway, as it stands. So, possibly. I think going back to Friday, I think
Sorry.
I would probably rest Wordsworth, or at least put him on the bench, simply because
That's
I'm
right.
just really worried that he's going to get injured.
I've come over all faint.
I don't want him to get injured. That's the point. He was, as I said last season, he was like he was made of glass, and I don't. I'm really worried that he's going to get injured.
So, all right.
But put him on the bench anyway.
I nearly got a word in there. I tried hard. Who are you going to put in instead of him then?
Well, I'm assuming that Timlin isn't going to be fit.
No, Timmy won't be there.
Then I guess it would have to be moving Atkinson back into the middle and put McGlashan on the wing. And then it gives McGlashan another chance to prove himself as well. And then, possibly make a... I think I'll probably change both centre-backs as well, simply because... the likes of Sokolic, who I completely forgot even played for us,
on Friday?
and Barrett. I know it's risky.
Millwall on Friday against O'Brien and Morrison with Gregory as well.
Yeah, I'm just
Timmy.
really. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just worried, but
Go with your best team. Put your best team out there and let them play.
yeah. I mean, if we did, then that would be fine. I am just concerned that that someone important might get injured, but at the same time, it is an important game. It would be great for us financially, if
result.
nothing else. Yeah.
Any positive result there will be a good result.
I would be very annoyed if they all play at Stevenage, and I can't imagine Brown would be that stupid to play the same 11.
No.
I would make as many changes as we possibly can at Stevenage, but on Friday, I mean, if we do play the same 11, then so be it. Even if Rangers suddenly got fit in time, I definitely wouldn't risk him for that. What about you? Would you?
No, I'd go with the same 11. As much as I was disappointed in them yesterday, because I think a lot of it is they just look at who they're playing and just think, oh, we've only got to walk out on the pitch and we've won this game. They don't. They
They
say
certainly
that.
smacked it out
Players,
yesterday,
they say they
yeah.
don't. They say this all. They come out with all the usual spiel, don't they? But I'm sure they do. They just walk out and just think, oh, this is strolling apart. We're going to win. Shrewsbury can't buy a win. Can't do this. Can't do that.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
they're not very intelligent. They and.
They're
Yeah,
footballers, though.
I don't believe that the majority of them are even capable of understanding the ramifications of whatever might be going on at that time. They just see like bottom league must win, and that's
true.
about it really. So Claire, what about you for Friday?
I would stay with the same team. I wouldn't change anybody.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, change everyone.
Yeah.
Give everyone who hasn't played a chance.
Yeah, I think we're all agreed.
Give
We
a chance to do
cannot
what?
we
Not
cannot
just to
risk.
play, just to go out and play for Southend.
Yeah, we're only
And
allowed
the-
to make
the-
is it
the-
7
the-
changes or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, you can't
Give
change a whole lot.
The main bulk of the team a rest.
Yeah, even the
So
likes
they're
of
not
Ted
playing
Smith.
3 games in a week.
The likes of Ted Smith
Ted
need to
Smith,
play at
Innes.
Stevenage. Definitely replace the
Cipriano, I
strikers.
put back on again.
Yeah, and it'll probably be Leonard and no one else. I don't mean literally no one else, obviously, but we know Leonard will play at Stevenage. That's a fact. So, I mean, even if he gets run over by a bus, he'll it's still be out there somehow, all taped up or something. Brown will send him out. Hopefully he won't get one over by bus.
I hope not as well.
Yeah. So and then the next league game is Bury. So well, I guess we need to see.
So
what
then you go
happens
back to the same 11 that play, or virtually same 11 that plays at Millwall.
Absolutely, yeah. But of course, by then it would have been a couple of weeks, and we may have lost a bit of momentum. That is the concern, but I would still rather that than risk anyone important getting injured at Stevenage.
Yeah, I understand what you. I understand. I accept that point, but I don't know. So if you play them if you play the players against Stevenage, and then we got the home game, do you play the same lot again in the next round?
We're away to Bury the next game.
It's impossible to say. It depends entirely on who we get in the next game, I think, and where we are at the time. I mean, we might lose the next or the last league game before the next round anyway. In which case, we know that Brown will change the whole team and the whole formation anyway. So, in fact, that's what happened. Before actually, wasn't it? When we made some changes for a Brighton game and ended up playing that same team virtually for the next couple of games with Kipiano and the like.
Yeah, because Kipiano scored the goal and worked his socks off, didn't he?
Yeah, and then had a poor half and has now just beaten up, disappeared, never to be seen again.
Unlike Coker, who's had 3 or 4 poor halves and stays in the team.
Well, I don't agree with that. I still think Coker's quality. So there we go. Anyway, so. These two are going to be missing next week, so it will just be probably just myself and Scott, assuming that he doesn't wimp out again.
Unless there's anybody out there who thinks they can get a word in against Darren.
So yeah, if anyone else wants to join us in the studio, then just
give us a bell.
Yeah. So
that's as far as we are.
Anything more? No.
Nope.
Okay. Right. Well, cheers for everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all again next week.
Soon. Ta-da. Bye-bye.